Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here and welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're on the second floor with our sort of pseudo poison silent build. The only real poison card we've got so far is Noxious Fumes, but honestly Noxious Fumes is often enough. We do want to hit a shop as early as possible since we have 250 gold. The problem is if we go this way, we absolutely have to face an elite here. The elites on the second floor are a lot harder than the ones on the first floor. In fact, one of them, which is 2 slavers and a taskmaster, can often just end your run if your build isn't strong enough. However, I think it's worth it, especially since we do get relics if we beat an elite. The other problem is if we go this path here, is we have to fight a second elite. There's no way to get out of it. So I think what we're going to do is go this way. We'll hit a shop relatively early. Then we can go up here, hit a campfire before we have to fight an elite. And yeah, I think that is maybe not the ballsy thing to do, but definitely the smart thing. Right, this guy is a bit of a problem sometimes. If we can get our noxious vapors going though, we don't have to worry about getting through the 40 armor. His block is not removed at the start of their turn. So we will get our footwork going. We'll go ahead and strike. Why not? Just whittle down a little. They're going to add a bunch of block though. The easiest way to beat him is definitely going to be getting our Noxious Fumes going. There it is. Awesome. And dodge and roll is good. Then we can apply 1 week, which the artifact there will cancel that out. We definitely want to dodge and roll. Then I think we're just going to apply Terror just to get rid of one of those artifacts. And in the turn, we're going to take 3 here. $20 incoming. That is awful. Our poison is also canceling out the artifacts. Well, neutralize will get rid of that last one. And defend for sure. And, I mean, we might as well strike even though it's not going to get through the armor. We're going to take 7 here, which is not great, but not a lot we can do about it either. It's also applied Frail to us, so we get 25% less block from our cards. So we can get enough block. Our dex is helping with that. To prevent this, so I think Tools of the Trade is worth playing here. We'll Cloak and Dagger up. Might as well Shiv. We're probably not ever going to get through this armor. This poison is most likely going to kill it before we ever pound our way through that. But still, we should do it just in case. Alright, another 20 incoming. Our power is there. Malaise is really good here. So I think I'm going to discard a strike. And we're going to malaise for the full boat. So now it's 5 times 2, which is a whole lot better for us. And we'll neutralize it. So we're going to take 10. Maybe should have Cloak and Daggered first, but what's done is done. We're going down to 50. And now probably just going to concentrate on blocking all the damage that comes in. We'll discard a strike. Dodge and roll, so we'll get an extra 5 next turn. That will cancel out all the damage. We'll pass. And 2 more ticks of poison, and it's over. Yep, no need to even block here. So, yeah, discard that in the turn. And dead. Alright, block potion. That would have been nice to have had that combat, but we got it now. So prepared is pretty good. Lets us cycle through and get the cards we want. Backflip's also a good block card. I think I'm going to go for prepared though. And go on to the next combat. Alright, so they're doing a negative effect this turn. I think it's that when we play a non-attack card, we get a Daze shuffled into our deck. So we do want to unload as much as possible here. Cloak and Dagger for the Shiv. Energy, Elixir. Yeah, none of this is useful at present. Might end up using the energy or the block potion this combat. Oh, they didn't apply that. Oh, I bet it's the strategic effect. They just weakened us there, made our attacks do less. Well, prepared, we want our Noxious Fumes. We didn't get it. So we're going to discard Survivor and discard a Cloak and Dagger. We don't need the block this turn. Tools of the Trade seems useful, so we'll play that, and we'll strike. Argument could have been made for playing Dodge and Roll so that we would have gotten some extra block next turn. And there is that effect. Hex, whenever we play a non-attack card, shuffle 1 Dazed into our draw pile. Alright, well, we want to get rid of... We've got 3 energy. We can actually play 5 if we want to. So I think I'm going to actually discard Infinite Blades here. These seem more useful to me. So we'll apply 99 Vulnerable. We're going to use this Block Potion. Oh, that was silly. I actually meant the Energy Potion, which we're going to do too. So that's a wasted Block Potion. We had enough block to almost cancel that out. Anyway, mistakes were made. Noxious Fumes, might as well defend, so we don't take any damage. Yeah, feel bad about that. Should have slowed down and paid a bit more attention to what I was doing. I remembered I wanted to use a potion, just went for the wrong one. Well, we will discard these, one of these Dazed then. Footwork seems good, even though it's going to shuffle a Daze in. And I am going to Malaise for 2. Just to decrease its damage in the future. And I also could Elixir to get rid of those Dazes, but they exhaust if they're in your hand at the end of turn anyway. Well, we're going to take 24 here. We'll discard 1. Play a Cloak and Dagger for a Shiv, so not taking quite as much. And then we'll end turn, and they'll go away. Yeah, mistakes were made this combat. We've taken more damage than we should have had to. Discard the Daze, even though I would not mind having it in my hand so it would go away instead of being in our discard pile. Right, so we definitely want to defend. That will cancel out all the damage, and then we'll strike plus. Wouldn't mind picking up another Noxious Fumes, especially an upgraded Noxious Fumes sometime in the near future. So 21 incoming, we're going to discard a strike. We'll prepared. Discard another 2 strikes. We want to defend as much as possible, so we'll dodge and roll, Cloak and Dagger, and defend plus, and take no damage. Just let that poison do its thing. $33 incoming. So we need to do 11 damage. We'll discard that. We can't do 11 damage though, so we'll apply some Weak to prevent a little bit, and Survivor, and we prevent most of it. Would have been great if we'd have got a couple of strikes, but we did play a bunch of non-attacks earlier and get Dazes shuffled into our deck. And this is over. Yeah, discard that and end the turn, and he will die. Alright, Energy Potion, excellent. Bane is pretty good. Yeah, I think we're going to take Bane. And we're going to continue on our path because I don't think we can really face this elite with our hit points as they are. Okay, this little combination here is a bit annoying. This Mystic heals and armors both of them, so that is bad, while this one just pounds our face in. So we definitely want to Cloak and Dagger. We also want to defend, so that gets rid of all the damage incoming. And then we will strike. And Bane, even though it's not poisoned, does 1 more damage than a basic strike, so strike. And Shiv, we need to kill this one since it heals. Another good relic for this build is, I believe it's called the Snecko Skull, which applies an additional poison whenever we apply poison. Noxious Fumes for sure, Tools of the Trade since we've got no attacks incoming. We'll Cloak and Dagger for the Shiv, Probably the Mystic's about to heal, so this may be for naught. It may heal itself all the way back to full. Yeah. 16, not quite to full, but there's 15 armor on it. Alright, 14 is incoming. We're going to discard a strike. We'll play our well prepared. We'll discard both of these strikes. We're in kind of defensive mode here. We'll definitely... Will we Infinite Blades? We'll gain 15. Yeah, that's enough. So, Infinite Blades, Defend, Survivor, and pass. Just let our poison do its thing. And I know this may be a little bit boring, but it's the build we've got going, so we have to do the strategy that makes it work the best. I think we're going to discard the Terror. We've got 30 damage incoming, so we need to mitigate a lot. Let's footwork. We're going to dodge and roll. We will neutralize this. And I think we're going to also energy and apply a big malaise here. So we've lowered it from 30 to 21, which is pretty good. We'll go ahead and shiv there. Still puts us very low. So we may want to be trying to avoid as many elite fights as possible coming up. We need to get to a campfire so that we can heal. Alright, doing nothing. So we will discard a defend. We don't need to block this turn. Bane, 14 damage. Strike plus, 9 damage. Strike. And shiv. And the Mystic will die, and then we can start concentrating on the Centurion. Also, this poison will transfer over because of Specimen. Excellent, up to 12. So this should go much quicker now. Alright, we're going to be discarding a strike. Those are also cards that we just want to actually remove from our deck if we're ever able to get into that position. We'll defend. Cloak and Dagger. Defend. We'll go ahead and shiv, even though they're not going to get through the armor. Probably should have just saved time and ended the turn. The poison's what's going to win this battle. Another 15 coming in. Alright, Survivor's good. Discard a strike. Well prepared. Discard a strike and a shiv. We'll defend. Yeah, we'll go ahead and survive. Discard a Cloak and Dagger. We'll play our last Cloak and Dagger and go ahead and do 4. 31 block is awesome. When you get to putting up this much block, it's also good to get the relic that lets you only discard 15 armor at the end of turn instead of all of it. We'll get rid of a strike. And Bane should do the job. Alright. So we're pressing on. Our HP is low, which is not great. So Heal Hook. 5 damage if the enemy is weak. Gain an energy and draw a card. Well, we are applying quite a bit of weak, so I think Heal Hook is an excellent pickup. And here we can go up. The question is, which way do we want to head after that? I think we want the option to avoid an elite, so we will go to the right. For now, though, to the question mark. In an abandoned temple, you find a giant book open, riddled with cryptic writings. As you try to interpret the elaborate script, it begins to shift and morph into writing you are familiar with. We do not want to do this. If we had more health, we would. This is going to take about 15 HP to get through. We would get a relic, but it would kill us in the process or put us incredibly low. So unfortunately, we're going to bypass it. You exit, feeling a dark energy emanating from the book on the pedestal. Yeah, unfortunately, it's for the best here. Alright, Mr. Merchant. We got another Noxious Fumes. We also have the possibility to get a Whetstone, upgrade 2 random attacks. Dark Parapet, whenever we obtain a curse, increase our max HP by 6. We want to avoid curses if possible, so probably not worth getting that. I think the Noxious Fumes is definitely worth buying, so we're going to do that. Then Master of Strategy would let us draw some cards. I don't know that we're super interested in that. Maybe we are. We definitely want to remove some stuff from our deck, though, like a basic strike. So we'll pay for that, and that is gone. We've got 117 left. We could buy a potion. Don't know that I want acrobatics. If I had enough gold left after that, I would probably pick up the Master of Strategy. But as is, I think we're just going to move on to our next fight. Alright, so this is another tough combination. The combat on the second floor really ramps up after the first floor. So, 8 incoming. We definitely want to Cloak and Dagger. At least prevent all but one of that. We could draw some cards. Try to get another block or a Noxious Fumes. Actually, I think that's probably good. We're going to go ahead and draw. Yeah, there we go. Noxious Fumes, great. We'll go ahead and play our Defend. And I think we're going to play Tools of the Trade as well. And we'll go ahead and Shiv and pass. Getting this poison going early on this particular combat with the artifacts down there. We need to blow through those before the poison can even start getting applied to these things. Got our second Noxious Fumes. Malaise may be worth playing here, but I don't think it is, so we're going to discard it. We definitely want to play Noxious Fumes. We will defend. Actually, we should have Defend Plus there. I thought we had one more energy. We don't, because Defend Plus Survivor would have given us more block, but mistakes were made. Probably just need to slow down. Trying to go a little quickly just to make sure that these videos don't run on for an hour. We'll get rid of the Terror. Yeah, the Terror I'm beginning to regret since we have ended up going for the solid poison build here. Neutralize will at least get rid of this last artifact so that it can start taking poison damage, so we'll do that. We want to dodge and roll. We want to defend. And going to take 13 damage, which is more than we have health. Well, we don't really have a way to mitigate it, so I guess this is where our run ends. And it started off so well too. Not to mention I made quite a few mistakes there. But that's the way it goes. Hopefully we'll do a bit better next time. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments, and by leaving a like below. It really does help tremendously. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.